Hello, hello! Some sunshine. I made it past the corner of the new barn. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go a little bit further down and I'm gonna start there and gradually grade it and dig it out until I'm here again. Someone commented I should put on the big bucket, so I'm gonna try. Where I was digging over there, I needed the bucket with the teeth on it because there was a lot of stones and rubble in between, so with the teeth it makes it a little bit easier to dig it out. But like a real noob, someone who doesn't know a lot about excavating, I left my buckets over there. And I can't get them with the excavator, so I'm gonna manually drag it over here, throw it in there, and then pick it out with the excavator. So you learn, like I will learn many things. So that's behind the two barns, the old barn, the new barn. This is the side of it. So we're gonna dig this way so we can drive around the barns if we want, like this, and all the water can flow this way out. But for now, put the soil there, work my way towards there, and then I'll be stuck. Then I'll have to find a way to start moving all that soil the other way back there in the fields where we want to make a pond. I will use that as a dam, a berm. These tires were going to the bin, but someone told me to keep one for splitting wood, so I'll keep 2 or 3 and the rest will go. I'm cheating a little bit, but hey. We were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Where will you go? Won't you miss the ones you know? I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but I wanted to show you anyways. This black stuff is oil. So doesn't surprise me. We're at the edge here and there was a dirty place here, so put this in a different pile and bring it to the recycling park.
Hey!
We sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're
you owe this old town, just leave it all behind. River's gonna cry when you're gone.
I'm gonna take you guys inside because it's raining again. This camera probably won't like it. It's going pretty good. This is a pretty clean soil. Only a little bit oil that was in there, but there's a little berm there. There was condom wrappers and oil, so maybe you guys can make the connection. The other thing I found is the patches of rocks. I think it was an old road, to put it that way, that the farmer used. Because when we were digging up there and here behind the barns and everything, it's all like connected to each other. So, and it's all small rubble. Well, the stones that the houses are built of, but the smaller ones. So I think it used to be an old road from the farmer, and he used to dump the stones on it from time to time to be able to travel with his tractor. I'll bring you guys out again once the sun is there. Good morning, it's a little bit later. Anisha is busy working. She's editing like a madman to get the video done because it's Sunday today, so every Sunday it's like all hands on deck to get it finished. This is what I did yesterday. I opened up a little bit in the corner over there, so the water that comes down from the roofs and gets in between that gully, that trench that we had there, is now flowing freely through here. About as much as I can dig from here. I need to get the little digger out here, but I'm gonna take the driving mats because all this is full of water. The chickens are very happy with all the worms. I didn't get it on camera. I just gunned it straight down. You can see there I was sinking again. I just kept on going. Morning or midday. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna till our vegetable garden, and we're not gonna make it over here anymore behind you where I cleared the brambles. We started thinking about it more and more, and with all the soil we have to move to the fields there, it's better to pass through here so we don't damage the garden too much, because we still gotta live here and we don't want to make a mud fest everywhere. So it will be better to drive through here straight into the fields. So not a good idea to put it here anymore. So we're gonna put it on the other side next to the house where the original veg garden was from the previous tenants. We shouldn't have to do anything from work, I think, over there. So yeah, it's gonna be a better choice. And here we've noticed yeah, it's gonna be too wet. So yeah, I'm gonna do that today. I can't be digging now anyways, because we should start moving all the soil from all around. But with the ground like this, even with big machinery, I'm just gonna destroy everything. So we're gonna wait till it dries out a bit, and then we'll start moving it down.
Later that day, I saw one of our chickens suddenly fly up, which I knew wasn't a good sign. When I looked at the commotion, I saw what I think was a hawk soaring back into the sky. Not to worry, the chicken was fine and went to hide in the old barn. We tried to capture the bird of prey mid-flight on camera, which wasn't easy at all.
This is where the little caravan was standing, and if we look on Google Earth, this is where the greenhouse was from the previous inhabitants. So they made their vegetable garden, or at least the greenhouse was over here. I'm gonna start tilling this. It's the first time I do this. Not bad. Some things I need to fix. I'm gonna take it up and have a look at the carburetor, because I feel like it's not running well, and it's bogging down. This is the carburetor. This is what we will be taking off and opening up and see what we find. Let's clean this up and open it up. I'm gonna clean it with, we call it literally washing gasoline. It's a bit cleaner, a little bit of grime here and there, but I can open it up now. There's a lot of dirt in here, so I'm gonna clean this up, clean in there, and hopefully we can do something with it again. So what does this do? You have the fuel line coming in. This is the float with the bowl. When the bowl is full of fuel, it closes the fuel line, if I'm not mistaken. So this is to let in fuel, and then this is the, I don't know, spray nozzle, I think. Done. Let's get some fuel into it again and fire it up and see if it's any better. Okay, you saw me running it a bit. Way better now. Has loads of power to get through this. Very happy. This was a gift from Dirk. If I didn't have that, I would have a lot of work to get this tilled. So the only things I'm gonna improve, but that's just me, I'm gonna improve the handle, which is broken. I can't select which height it goes, which is important if you wanna work with it comfortably. I'm gonna put new gear oil on. I'm gonna change the valve of the fuel tank because that's leaking a little bit. Search for a fuel cap because the one that is on now is not the original one, so when it's bouncing it can spill some fuel as well. And I'm gonna look if I can buy a product to de-rust the gas tank and maybe put a liner in it. We got some willow, different kinds of willow. We have curling willow, weeping willow,
Common willow.
and then populier.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to translate one tree that we have in here. They all like water very much. So where we are standing now, you might notice it, is where we replanted the trees. The old barn and the new barn is behind you. This is where we're excavating, and where we're standing now is a good part where we will make the trench or the swale to get the first water that comes down away to the fields over there. So for now we're gonna put these in the ground so they can start rooting.
It's a little nursery. Willow
Yeah,
nursery.
Willow nursery. Okay. Put it in.
Stick it in.
Stick it in, please.
Is het water gewoon daar?
Dat diep? Alicia. Hello. Hello. Okay. 26 of them, just temporary displays. So I think it will be next winter until we are finished with everything here. I don't think it will be any sooner that we will be transplanting them. So fingers crossed that they all root and then we can give them a good new home. I'm out of fuel, so I'm gonna call it a day, I think. So the temperature dropped like 10 degrees. What's happening? He's doing Papa's work. Let her behouden. So much destructive power with Dushi. This is our vegetable patch. It's finished for now, but it's very wet. So once the weather gets a little bit better, I'll till it another time so it's a little bit more loose, because now it's making these clumps together. But the chickens can go in it, they can fertilize it, they can scratch it open a little bit. We'll look into putting a fence around it with a little gate, so the chickens can't enter anymore, or not when we don't want them. And the deer and the boar, because I see the tracks in the garden, they come towards the house when it's when we're sleeping probably, and the dog is inside. So we'll need to put up a fence. I have some fencing left from when I took it down. The posts were rotten anyways, and the fence was really tiny, and we reused it on the back of the barn. So for this I want to use higher fencing so the chickens can't fly over it, or they have a harder time anyways. Yes. I don't think you need to take off those covers when you're just mowing grass. I have to do it regularly because I'm doing those brambles, so it picks up a lot of debris inside. It just starts to clog up and then something snaps or pushes. It will be something like this. I'm gonna grab some black paint so it doesn't rust. Now all we gotta do is wait for the paint to dry and then put it on and then we're finished.